One of the officers who was beaten by the mob on January 6th says he will attend this week's hearing on Capitol Hill when House lawmakers promise to reveal new information and evidence about the insurrection. But Michael Fanone says he doesn't think these hearings will lead to justice when it comes to former President Donald Trump. Are you worried that Trump is going to be let off the hook, that he's going to get off scot-free in all of this?
I believe he's going to get off the hook. I believe that he's going to get out of this unscathed. And I think that there's a significant possibility that he becomes president again in 2024.
Why? Why do you think that?
Just because of the amount of support that still exists out in, the U.S. For Donald Trump. I mean, you go outside of, the Beltway and a lot of the, urban areas in the country, and there's still a, very significant part of the population that supports Donald Trump, even after January 6th. To them, January 6th was, a 1776-esque event. It's something that, participants are proud of, and that, there are parts of this country that celebrate that.
Joining me now is CNN political commentator and host of PBS Firing Line, Margaret Hoover, and CNN senior political analyst and author of Lincoln and the Fight for Peace, John Avlon. Either one of you, whoever wants to jump in, it is somewhat depressing to hear Michael Fanone talk about it in that fashion, but I mean, he is being realistic about this. Either one, lead us off. What do you think?
Well, look, I think Officer Fanone is doing is reflecting a kind of despair that comes from suffering the way he did on January 6th and still seeing a supermajority of the Republican Party rally around Donald Trump and the big lie despite all the evidence. And that'll make folks cynical. That'll make them despair about our ability to reason together. But I'd push back on his notion that this is somehow inevitable. It's not. I agree accountability is the ultimate check on that kind of an unprecedented power grab, an attempt to overturn our elections. It cuts to the heart of our democracy. But the second thing I'd remind folks of is just a month or two ago, a CBS YouGov poll showed that 2/3 of Americans, 65%, did not want to see Donald Trump run again. Now, we can't get 65% of Americans to agree on almost anything these days. And that just shows that there is a supermajority against a second Trump turn. The hardcore Trump supporters are loud. They are vocal. That is true. But do not mistake them for close to a majority. They're not.
So why is it that almost the entire Republican leadership is going to help Trump counter-program these hearings and run defense for him, Margaret?
Well, in particular, Jim, that's the House leadership, the Republicans, the House of Representatives in particular, who are tying their fortunes and have tied their fortunes to Donald Trump and his success. They believe that they're going to have a 27, 28, 30-person majority. The winds are going in their direction for that, and they recognize that Donald Trump is still a force, and that is undeniable. And that's what Michael Fanone's despair is about, that Donald Trump still owns this party. It's not about ideas. It's about one person, and it's about power. And Donald Trump has not been held accountable politically in the context of these kind of hearings or an impeachment or a conviction. He was impeached, of course, but not convicted. But he has been held accountable in the eyes of history and will be. His reputation's not getting any better as the days go by.
Yeah, it's short-term political cowardice on the part of the House leadership. Let's be real.